Hi, this is Jason from SmarterMarks with a quick video to show you a new feature for our assessment templates that we're calling horizontal shuffling. We're going to start with an assessment template for a Science 10 quiz here. As usual, we can build new versions by clicking on the Shuffle button here. That'll do three things to improve the security of our assessment. It'll shuffle the order of the questions here, it'll shuffle the options for any multiple choice questions, and it'll randomize any variables that we're using in this assessment. Horizontal shuffling allows us to take that one step further. Our first question here is about atomic models and includes these diagrams here and the scientists who proposed each model down here. But we could make equivalent versions of this question that have different diagrams above or a different order for the scientists below. If you're a math teacher, maybe you have different graphs assessing the same skill. Or, maybe most simply, we might have an equivalent question play out in a slightly different scenario. With horizontal shuffling, we can have each version of the assessment automatically take one of these equivalent questions. Let's see how that works. I'm going to work with the atomic model question here. Hovering over the question, we get an edit menu which allows us to make changes to this item, or, at the bottom, create a question set. I'm going to click Create Question Set. We'll need a name for our question set. I'm just going to copy a piece of the name for the question we started with and paste it here. I've already got some other versions built, so I'll click Add Questions, then find my folder here, then search for the items, whose names all contain the text I copied earlier. Horizontal shuffling is intended to substitute equivalent questions, so any questions which are of a different type, in this case written response for example, or that are scored differently will be hidden. As well, the question we've already got in our assessment is being hidden here. If you're not seeing a version you expect to see, check the scoring to make sure it's the same as it is for the version you're starting with. There are three different versions of this question available. I'm going to select them all, then click Add. And you can see that I now have 4 versions of this question in the set. We can also create a new version from an existing one by clicking on the Duplicate button here. That will add a new version and forward us off to a question editor to make any changes we need for that new version. I've got all the versions I want, so I'm going to click Save here. Hovering over the question, we can see that we now have 4 versions and can browse them using the controls at the top. We can also click on the triangle next to our set on the left, like this, and browse the questions from there. To make changes to the question set, we can hover over the question, then click Edit, and Edit Question Set here. Every time we shuffle now, a random version will be chosen for this question. If we're building an online setting, each student will receive a fresh shuffle, including random questions from each set. If we want to build a paper version, we can click Build and Build Paper Version to create a version using the questions shown here. My hope is that horizontal shuffling will allow teachers to create assessments that help students get a better measure of their own understanding, and that retain their validity better than traditional versions. If you have any questions about this new feature, or would like to see it do more, I'd love to hear from you at support@smartermarks.com. Thank you for watching.